Good. Again, very proud of our kids. Played hard, made plays when we had to make them. Offense was a heck of a drive at the end. Like I say, that team limited your possession-wise. We only had 8 in the game, and they did a nice job of keeping things off balance. But we bent. Still didn't give up the 17 points, which I think is very critical in the game. Offensively, we had the ball 4 times in the first half, scored 3. The other time was an interception, which we got through our hands, which I still want to see the film on that one a little bit too. I was mugged. In the second half, we hit a first down, got a penalty, had to punt, backed up, and then we dropped down. We missed a field goal. Then we had another penalty, and we had the ball to midfield there and got behind the sticks. And then we drop a post route down there that we're open on. Then we kicked the game-winning field goal. That was it on offense. So again, moved the ball extremely well. Still when you get 8 possessions in a game, that's not very many. And the drop post and the holding, were critical plays. The guys don't do it on purpose, but you can't make those mistakes in a tight game like that. But that's what keeps it close. But great job by our team. Tremendous drive to eat the clock and the game at the end. Roberto hits the field goal. We centered it up just like we do a lot of 2-minute drills, and very proud of the way we used that. Defensively, Ben didn't break. Gave up a couple third downs. That was a critical third down we gave up coming off the goal line. They hit a power play, and we got it bunched up, and it bounces outside, and they get it. But we got to make that play. But still proud. They played much better in the second half, but they did a good job. They ran midline, they ran speeds, they ran counters, they ran powers. They did a really good job of scheming in the off week and the things they did. But the quarterback scrambled a couple times. We lost contain. We didn't lose contain. We had a spy on him, and he got caught up inside. But and Roberto even had a missed field. We had a high snap, which threw the timing off, and we got a missed field goal. But in games like that, when you don't get many possessions, they're always going to be close games. And very proud of our team, the way we competed in the game, played well, did a good job on third down, scored in the red zone when we got down there. When we got chances to get down there, I thought Casey punted the ball well. I think we only punted, though, once or twice in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Twice, and where we're at. So, but proud of it. Heck of a football game. Fun one to watch, I guess. But, that's the way they go. And, again, I'm very proud of our team, the way they competed and played very hard. Got to continue to get better.
Jimbo, what happened with Rashad's arm there?
He got hit right there and they stunned. They were just scared he might have broken a bone right there in the elbow when he took that shot, so they just ran in and got a quick x-ray and saw he was all right. Just hit him real hard. Jake panicked. Jake's like a parent. Or daggone trainer.
He seemed to still be favoring it, though, when it was all over.
He did. He took a shot now. He took a shot on that bone. So we went in and checked it out. Make sure that, there was no damage and he could come back. There was no breaks or anything in it. It was just a good shot.
Shows how tough he is.
It's tough to come back. And again, he broke the all-time yardage receiving record of a guy that's lasted since, 1969? Is that right, or 70? What was his? What was that? That record's 40-some years old. The all-time receiving yardage record tonight. Rashad broke. He has the catches now. He has the yardage, and one left is the touchdowns. That guy's a heck of a player now. Thought our seniors stepped up good in the game. He and Nick and those guys up front, the offensive line ran the ball at the end of the game and really had to run it. Protected well, except for a couple of those holding plays. If I had hands in the face.
Obviously contributed, but you had more drops in it.
We did have a couple critical drops. That post route was a very critical drop. Play that Bobo usually makes a play on, and that was a big one. That was a big one down the field, and had the over route to Herman. I can't say I thought he had a chance to catch that ball, but we'll look at it. But those all get magnified when you don't get many possessions. When you don't get many possessions, those get magnified.
Coach, some of the fans said they were glad there was a game today in the aftermath of the shootings because it helped the process. What's it mean to you to win a game and it sort of helped that process?
Well, that again, a game is nothing compared to what happened the other day. And again, our thoughts and prayers and everything about Florida State, our condolences go out to everyone. But again, I think it is a little. Athletics has a way of starting a healing process, and that's a heck of a one to heal on right there, as far as the excitement and just watching battle and fight and scratch and claw and stay there. So it's. I think athletics is so big for your community. People, I don't know if we truly, even me, who's been in it my whole life, I really don't know if we really appreciate how much athletics really holds a community, universities, cities together, because they rally behind them so much. I'm glad that hopefully we could give a little comfort to some folks that were really suffering.
But you mentioned you were pleased with the pass protection. How much has that helped Kansas the last couple of weeks?
It has. We had a couple breakdowns when they started coming all out blitzing some things, and that's going to happen. But he's feeling much more comfortable in the pocket, getting balls and driving them in the ball, getting it out of his hand. Makes your read so much better, because when they get clean, you can get through your progressions. You know what I'm saying? And your decision making, it really helps.
Jimbo, 2 straight games, Dalvin's had key runs on the last drive for you guys. Just talk about what he
Well, I mean, and we blocked well, and he just has that knack. Carlos ran well in the game, but then Dalvin hit those big runs, and then we were checking it back and forth. He let neither one of them have it right there, and Carlos did a great job blocking, being himself. You know, how about a senior doing that? Say, hey, I don't care if that guy's running it, I'll block. Again, it talks about our team, but you know, Dalvin's going to be a heck of a football player, and he's really developing into that.
Some people say he already is.
Yeah, we'll see.
Jimbo's Rashad. Obviously, he gets a lot of recognition around here, but you don't ever hear like him for Heisman. All these.
I know it's the Derek Jeter syndrome. I call it, and I say that because he's not a boisterous, loud guy. I mean, think about that. We talk about Derek Jeter, and I say that. God never won an MVP, never won a lot of individual awards. But you look at his numbers, and all his teams did was win, and he was a large contributor and made the plays at critical times in the games. To me, that's what a truly great player. I mean, that's the greatness, you know. And he doesn't want that wreck. He just as well y'all didn't. He just wish he didn't have to come up here. I mean, not that he didn't like it. He just, you know, he's just a quiet guy. He just pack his stuff, go home, and get ready to play next week. You know, and that's just Rashad.
He dropped touchdown pass early.
Yeah, he did.
But those things, he just shakes them off.
He shakes them off, and it was just a hair. I mean, that was just good timing, you know, right there in the good play. But you know that when you have that much, as I call it, it's not false confidence. You know what I'm saying? Guys can get up and down with drops and catches when you're young. If you're as I call it, whistle by the graveyard confidence. You know what I mean? I got it, but then he and Jameis is like that too. You know what I mean? If they make mistakes, okay, we're going to get this right. There's true confidence in their abilities.
Hey, Jimbo, can a game like this be just as much, give you just as much momentum going into next week?
Oh, no doubt.
Victory would maybe even more.
No, I mean, guys, we're going to have to battle. These games are going to be dogfights. People are going to try and be the one that knocks us out, knocks us off. Got nothing to lose. Going to play. They're going to play hard, but learning to play in a physical game, learning to play a tightly low-scored game. You know, all those things. It definitely does. Every time you're in those situations, you learn.
Guys, we got time for a couple more questions.
BC's a really tough matchup for you guys, particularly, aren't they? Just the way their style of play.
It is their style and getting the balls to the edges, and it's just a different. I mean, they were even running midline. I mean, that's old, bone stuff. You know, I mean, it's just the old stuff that you don't see very often, but they combine all those things. It's a tough challenge.
A three-point win at home, you're going to hear the same talk about Florida State.
I don't care. I didn't bother. I mean, we're going to keep playing ball, keep them line up and play Florida, and keep doing the same thing.
Jimbo, what was the goal with the pistols to begin, and then also the no huddle? What were you trying to accomplish with that early?
Well, we've been doing a lot of no huddle, just getting tempo in the game, and then we got a little rhythm and got going, and got a good start. I thought we got off to a really good start. You know what I mean? And we've done that a couple games already. So just things that we felt comfortable with going into the game.
Jimbo, in the last drive, at what point does it become you're going to start setting up a field?
Once we hit inside the 30, once we got around that 25-yard line or so, 37, you get to the I always say this: there's 42-yard field goals that most everybody is very, very consistent. Once you hit that 25, you know what I mean, and then you got the best kicker in the world. I mean, you're going to do that. But then, and I felt very comfortable at the same time for two other reasons. We were making yards in the running game, wanted to be patient, and eat the clock and not give them the ball back. And it was a critical mistake at the end, which I said, I'm getting ready to call a timeout, and he gave me a timeout. That's what I said. I wanted one with about 4 seconds, so we didn't have to kick off.
But Coach, you said everybody's trying to knock. You said everybody's trying to knock you out and knock you off. Florida's going to be playing Muschamps last game.
They'll be emotional. They'll be ready to play. They'll come in. I mean, they got a very good team. I mean, that's in a rivalry game. I mean, that's what all teams do. I mean, that's what any opponent. I say that any opponent should do. I mean, that's what I would do.
Did you get an answer of why the referee wasn't letting Jameis snap the ball?
Oh, he said we had changed the running back somewhere. And I don't know. Once you get on in, I'm gonna shut up. I'm getting a little perturbed or something.
Is that what Jimbo told, Jameis told him? Looked like he'd shoot him away.
He did. Next question, please.
Is there any concern there?
I'll get you that.
The way you guys won, kicking the field goal in the last 3 seconds, how do you feel like the team still remaining in the top 4 of the college?
Why wouldn't it? We're undefeated. We're undefeated. We finish every game. Everybody else in the country has not finished at least one game. We finished every one of them. I think isn't that the object? Isn't that the object?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last question. Yeah.
I know you wanted to move on from James. Any concern, like just putting your hand on an official sometimes?
Yeah, I don't think you realize he's caught in excitement at the moment. Don't. That's what, hey, you get emotion, you play, man. He didn't realize he thought he could snap the ball, and it was the kind of play we had was based off a quick run up the line, snap the ball. That's what it was based on. I mean, I'm not a base player. I don't know. We'll see.
He didn't say anything to you when he got back to the sideline, but
who?
Jameis.
No, he don't even remember. And I got to tell our player, when I yelled at our players, 5 minutes later, I don't remember who I yelled at. You know what I mean? You move on to the next thing. He was just in a play, just making a play, and he knew that that was his job to get up there and go set up and snap the ball and get the ball out there. You know what I'm saying?
No, I was just wondering, sometimes refs don't take it that way, you know.
Oh, I know. But no, they did a good job on that, from that standpoint. I mean, I think they understood what was going on. Those guys handled that part of the game. They managed the game itself. That part I thought very good. I thought they did a very nice job.
That part. Thanks, good.
We're good?